After what has felt like an eternity, the next roster update in MLB The Show 22 is finally just a day away. So we back again here with buy, hold, sell, where I go through all the top investments, mainly looking at just golds in the game. In my opinion on whether you should be buying more of that card, holding on, waiting for tomorrow's update, or possibly selling off before that time, lock in some guaranteed profits. We have a lot of names, the most names I've ever talked about in a single video, so no time to waste. Let's hop into this one. First, we're starting here with Emmanuel Clase. We can see 36.50 on the buy now right now. So for me, that puts him in the sell territory. 37.50 is our quick sell for an 86 overall diamonds. So Class A is very close to selling to that 86 overall quick sell value at the 84 right now. To me, that's to take your guaranteed profit play. I certainly think he's going to go diamond. He has a chance to go 86 if you got a ton and you're not feeling like going through and selling them all. I don't hate that play at all, but 36.50 for me is a price point where I'm getting out on, assuming I got in early at a good price. I'm gonna go ahead, lock in, guarantee my profit. Secondly, guy like Liam Hendricks, he is a sell for me too, even though he's not at that diamond price. He has been really good over the last couple weeks, but I think a guy like Hendricks is going to get hurt by the large sample size. Again, remember, we haven't had a per nines or offensive update in over a month now. In that time, Hendricks did have a pretty rough stretch. He gave up 6 runs over 3 games, 4 games, something of that nature. He was walking a couple guys, giving up some hits. He had a rough stretch, and I think that rough stretch is going to hold him back from going up to that 85, because that has not been reflected in any roster updates yet, because we haven't gotten any since that time period. Now, Hendricks, though, is a guy that, assuming he doesn't go up and it gets down to quick sell value come Friday, he's a guy that I do like getting back in on at 1,500 subs a piece and preparing for the next roster update. But for now, I don't see it. I think that rough stretch he had now 3-4 weeks ago almost is going to hold him back. Moving on to Gonsolin, the first guy we got here that I'm invested in myself, 166 Gonsolin. He is going to be a hold for me. He is getting up there in price. He's very close to the price point where I would consider selling. And if you got in on him at quick sell, maybe even before he was an 84, when he was a lower gold, I don't hate selling at all. But Gonsolin did have a really nice start last night on Wednesday. 7 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. Basically perfect for what he needs to do. We can see here Ks per 9, walks per 9. So much room to grow there. When he's striking out 8 over 7 innings, only walking 1. Those Ks per 9, walks per 9 could go up. I could see Gonsolin just creeping into that diamond tier this update. I'm not 100% sold on it, but for me, there's a high enough chance that I'm going to be holding on. If you need the stubs, take that guaranteed profit at 27.40. You can even get up a little bit more into this evening and go ahead and just ride that wave. Next guy, I got 165 Zack Wheeler. He is a pretty polarizing guy. I've been one of the guys I've been asked about the most. Should I sell off of Zack Wheeler? Should I buy some more? 100 subs above quick sell. I don't think I'd necessarily be buying now. He's really tough to pinpoint. With this super long update period we had, Wheeler's one of the guys that makes it extremely difficult to decide and predict what's going to happen, because he's had some starts over the last month that have been elite, but he's also had some starts over the last month that have been pretty bad. Most notably, his last start wasn't too great, but before that, he was absolutely dominating. When you look at his month over month numbers since July 1st, 51 and 2/3 innings, 41 hits, 10 walks, 48 Ks. It's not bad. He could definitely get a little hits per 9 bump, maybe a slight walks per 9 bump with that as well. It's good enough to possibly get him to that diamond tier. I'm not super confident on it though. I'm definitely not buying more. If you want to be safe and get out, you certainly can at 2K. He's going to be a firm hold for me, and hopeful that if he doesn't go diamond this update, he can put together a couple more starts over a shorter update period and get that bump into diamond. Another guy, real quick, Jansen. He's going to be a sell for me at 2,300 subs. Pretty good margin right there. I would be selling him. I think he's walked too many in this update period to get that bump up to 85. So real quickly there on Kinley. Another guy similar to Liam, if he doesn't go up and he gets back down to quick sell on Friday, could be a solid play at that point. Josh Naylor, a guy who's starting to get a little bit of hype. He is a sell for me. He is at quick sell value on the buy, but 1,900 stubs on the sell. It's quite an incredible margin that we have working with these golds right now. Many people out there flipping, it seems, but Naylor would be a sell. Take a look at this card. He needs contact left, power left, but you look at what he's done versus lefties since July 1st, 222 with a 50.050 ISO. So he just hasn't been hitting for contact or power versus lefties, and that's going to be his path to go up. So without that, he's going to be sticking right there at that 83. Also, Pablo Lopez, sell, sell, sell. Even though he's at quick sell, if you've invested in him, he has not been good. He's had quite a terrible month for Pablo Lopez. Probably going to be going down. He could be a silver come Friday with how he's been playing recently. So if you have any that you've been holding on to him for a while, you got him early on in the year, definitely get out at this point. Dylan Cease, 32.20 on the buy now. So you're selling him right now at that price point. You're pretty close to getting your 3K per card that you would get if he goes to 85 with that +2. He's a sell for me. I'm not super confident that he gets to that 85. He needs that walks per nine increase. That is what's going to get him there to diamond. And I'm just not sold on if he's limited walks enough. He might have. He could get a little bit of walks bump with a little bit of hits per nine, Ks per nine. It is certainly possible. But at 32.20, his ceiling, I think this update is an 85. Pretty much selling at that 85 quick sell price right now. For me, that's an opportunity for me to lock in my profit. I'm taking that 100% of the time. Spencer Strider, on the other hand, maybe starting to lean a little bit over the buy, especially if you can get him closer to a little bit at quick sell. I mean, 1237. It's only 37 subs above quick sell, but he is rocking a 2.85 walks per nine since July 1st with just a 42 walks per nine rating on his card. Definitely some room to upgrade there. Him and Cease, basically the same pitcher. High hits per nine, Ks per nine, low walks per nine. Strider has been better at limiting walks over the last month or so, month and a half, than Cease has. So Cease being 32.20, Strider being at quick sell doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Sell your Ceases, buy some Striders. I think they probably have the same chance to go up, in my opinion. Starling Marte, he's kind of a borderline hold or sell for me. I got 92 myself. I'll probably be holding those because he has been still really good since that July 1st period. He's cooled off just a little bit recently, so if that does give you concerns, go ahead and get out at 1991. You're getting more than that 84 quick sell value. Nothing wrong with that in the slightest. I still like his body of work overall. I like what he's done versus righties over the last month and a half or so. I think he can get back up to that diamond tier, even though he's cooled off recently, because we have this massive sample size that we're working with. Adults, the guy who's seen his price go up very quickly in the middle of his longest hit streak of his career. He's up to 28.75. That's probably getting a borderline sell for me. I do really like what he's done versus lefties. Coming in with a 286 versus lefties over his last 30 games. There's some room to upgrade there. A little bit versus righties as well. A +2 is possible for Adolis to get up to that 85. I think I see him getting back to 84 where he was before, being much more likely for this update. And if he continues that over the next few weeks, possibly getting to 85 at this point. So 28.75, probably leaning sell for me. If you want to hold it out, risk it. Hope he goes to that 85. I don't hate that play either. I'm in here with Brandon Woodruff. He is a guy that I'm leaning a buy on still at quick sell value. 1208, 8 stubs above quick sell value. He's been really solid. We take a look at his card. He just has pretty average attributes across the board. They can essentially all go up. And since July 1st, he has still been a dominant pitcher. One of the best pitchers in the league. He had a couple rough starts of recent, and I think that's probably why he's at quick sell value right now. But you take a look at the body of work and what he's done over the last month and a half, and it has still been very spectacular. A +2 is definitely not out of the equation. A +1 is looking firm as well. If he doesn't go diamond, though, he's another guy that we're looking at come Friday to get back down to quick sell, lose that 8 stubs that he's above quick sell, and buy a ton of, getting ready for the next update. Austin Riley, he's another guy who's a sell for me. The +2, I see unlikely to happen. The 59 fielding, we've talked about it plenty of times before. It's just holding him back too much. So 3160 for Austin Riley, that's a pretty firm sell for me. Lindor is another guy that I'm going to be leaning the sell on at an 83. When we start getting guys that are above 3,000 subs, that's that sell category for me. That's a +2 quick sell overall value. So Lindor definitely has the possibility to get back to diamond this update. We could see a ton of diamonds this update, but I'm not losing too many stubs if I were to sell now versus risking it and seeing if he does go up on Friday. And then, of course, if he doesn't go up on Friday, I've lost out on that potential profit. So it's all about that risk and reward. Do you want to wait it out for a couple more 100 stubs? You want to take your profits now and guarantee that he's not going to go down on Friday if he doesn't go up. A guy like Javier, 1216 right now, he's a guy that is a long-term buy for me. So maybe not necessarily this go around. We need to see him limit those walks a little bit more, but he has been pretty elite in every other category, limiting hits and strikeouts. Very similar pitcher to that of Strider and Cease. Again, a guy where I'd probably be out on Cease and getting in maybe on a guy like Javier instead, assuming we can get him at that quick sell value. I like him a lot long term, and if he can have a couple weeks of limiting those walks, he can really shoot up. Andrés Giménez, this is going to be another sell for me. 32.68. We're getting our 3,000 per card, just as if he goes up to 85 diamond. Go ahead, take that profit, sell now. Don't risk it for SDS to make a weird update and Giménez doesn't go up all of a sudden and he's back down to that 1,200 quick sell value. Would have sold him for 3,300. Another guy I'm being invested in here, Jose Trevino, 144. That is a hold for me. I'm locking on to Jose Trevino. I think he has a ton of room to grow offensively, and he should get that growth at some point sooner rather than later. He's chilling a little bit above quick sell, but he's not even up to that 83 quick sell value when you include that tax yet. So for me, that is a firm hold for where he's at. Probably not a buy at 1,000 subs a piece. If you really just want to take a risk, go out some subs somewhere, I don't hate that play. Coming in here with another buy. I don't have any myself. Wish I did. You, Darvish. Shout out to the app being down, so I can't easily put in orders. But we got you here. 55 Ks per 9 on his card. Chilling at 906 subs, right at quick sell value. Yet an 11.42 Ks per 9 since July 1st. So we take a look at the card. That Ks per 9 definitely deserving of a pretty significant bump there, and that bump could carry him quite a long ways, all dependent upon how much they're going to move that up. But even up to the 60 65 tier should get you into that 83, pushing up into the 84 range. Maybe you mix in some hits per 9, walks per 9, you never know. You, Darvish, is a firm buy for me. Possibly the best buy that we have right now. I'm gonna here with Jason Adam, a guy I'm invested in pretty heavily, 153. If he drops down at all, down close to that 900, it's probably a buy. But with him being 100 subs above quick sell, not the biggest fan of that. Y'all know how I like to get in right at that quick sell value. So for me, Jason Adam is going to be a hold for now. He's been pretty dominant though over the last month. 17 innings, just 6 hits allowed, 2 walks, and 23 strikeouts. So that walks per 9, Ks per 9, lots of room to grow there. Those are his numbers since July 1st. So again, pretty similar to Trevino. If you want to throw out in a guy a little bit over quick, so you're trying to get something in last second, you're scrambling, I don't hate a Jason Adam play. He should be getting some bump. Moving on to Juan Soto, I got 131. He's a guy at 24.20. We probably should be selling. That's well above that +2 overall quick sell value. So if you invested in Juan Soto early in the update and you got him nice and inexpensive, I would be offloading at 24.20. Only reason I'm not is, well, I'm lazy. I want to wait until Friday. Hopefully he goes up, and hopefully I can just quick sell him at that point. And with the app being down, I can't stand going in here and putting in 130 sell orders manually on the console. Sounds absolutely terrible right now. So I'm kind of forced into a whole situation with Soto, but ideally, I probably would be selling at that 24.20, lock in that profit. Doesn't go diamond, get back in on him on Friday. Evan Williams, a guy I got 107 of. This is going to be a hold for me. Possibly a little bit of a buy, just 65 stubs above that quick sell value right now. Yet he's coming in with only 2 walks since July 1st. That is over 15 2/3 innings with a 31 walks per 9 rating. That 31 walks per 9 rating is going to go up quite significantly. It could carry Devin Williams overall up in a massive, massive way. So just 65 stubs above quick sell value. Devin Williams, possibly the best buy that we have right now of guys that aren't at quick sell value. Just 65 subs above, 31 walks per 9. That's getting a bump, and so will his overall. You know, we still riding the Abreu train. He's another guy. He's down to just 100 subs above quick sell value, but I'm holding him very firmly. We ride it out Abreu all the way at this point. And since July 1st, he has a 162 isolated power versus righties with just a 52 power versus right on the card. It could be just enough to get him up to that possibly an 83 overall price range where we're knocking down some nice profits on a guy like Jose Abreu. So he's a hold for me. Same with a guy like Luis Castillo. I got 267 Luis Castillo. We're holding on to him. His 3 starts so far in Seattle have been really incredible. He's starting to strike out a little bit more guys as well. That Ks per 9 bump could be coming. Same with a slight walks per 9 bump as well. Really like Luis Castillo. Love what he's doing in Seattle so far. Regardless of what he does this update, definitely a long-term hold for me. 125 above quick sell, so I probably wouldn't be buying yet. He's probably going to be a guy I'm getting more of on Friday. Corey Seager, I'm leaning a hold on him. You could sell at $9.99. He was a little bit more expensive the other night, so keep an eye on Seager's price. We do have a lot of fluctuations happening with the gold players. If Seager gets up to, that 1,200 plus price point, I'm probably out at that point. He's had a couple over games in a row recently, but he's still been hitting really, really good since July 1st. Still has a nice body of work with a higher average over that time, where he should be in line to get some nice contact upgrades. You can see I got 167 of them. We're going to be holding those out through Friday. Gausman is a tough one. He has been up and down all over the place. He's had some immaculate elite starts, and he's gone out and gotten absolutely dragged. He's a guy that is super tough to pinpoint with this long update period. The biggest area he's really struggled with the hits, and he does already have a 59 hits per nine. So how much lower can that go? I'm not too sure. And he's still been a really good pitcher all year long. So I'm probably gonna risk it and hold my 411 Kevin Gausman's. But if you do not want to risk him going down in overall, definitely sell at this point. I'm really not sure what's going to happen with Kevin Gausman. It's really tough to pinpoint. Him and Wheeler, they've been all over the place. Makes it super tough. I like Julio Urias, though. This is a firm hold for me. He's selling about 150 stubs above quick sell, so I'm probably not buying at that point. But we are coming in and holding Urias. That Ks per nine has been showing a little bit more recently. That Ks per nine bump, I think, could be coming. Same with a little bit of hits per nine, walks per nine, kind of just bumps across the board. He is just rocking a 56 Ks per nine right now. So tons of room to grow on that front. I like Urias a lot. Probably one of my favorite guys that I'm invested in for this update at just that 81. I'm hoping for like an 83 price range, something close to that, which looking at his price, he is up to 1150. So if he starts knocking down 1300 stubs, I'll probably look at selling off some of those if the app can start working at any point in time where I can actually easily go through and sell some of these in a more efficient manner than coming here on the console. But until then, I'm holding my man Urias. And there you have it. Those are the guys that I'm buying, holding, and selling this update. 26 names in this video. That's actually kind of crazy to think about. That is a ton of names. If y'all want any insight on any silvers or anything like that, I know I didn't go over any in this video, hit me up down in the comment section below, or even better yet, come by one of my Twitch live streams. You can find the link to that down in the description below. Always trying to give as much advice as I can. Usually take a couple minutes at the start of every stream, look up some players, deep dive into some stats and things of that nature. And of course, if y'all enjoyed this video, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Until next time, I'll catch y'all around.